Let's see here. Hello. How is everyone doing this evening? Or this afternoon? If you're in, well, it's the afternoon in Central Time, or Mountain Time, or Pacific Standard Time. It's still the afternoon, isn't it? It is 6:28 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see who's here. Aman, peace be upon you. Thank you. At Carla Pinho. Hello from Portugal. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to Hollywoodland at Hollywoodland22. Yes, I used to live in the Hollywood neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. I did for a very long time. Rego Plank, hi. Woody all the time says, ever seen Feeble go west? No, I have not. Dawn Pitch, hi there. Welcome in. Welcome back in. Welcome from Tampa Bay, Florida. Are you actually in the Bay? Lou Perkins, where are you? Are you in Safety Harbor? Are you in South Tampa? Are you in Town and Country? Yes, I know the area. My brother lives around there. Woody all the time. In a good way, you remind me of Feeble. Hi from Israel, SEAL Team 13. At Ronnie Geller, 18. Welcome in. SEAL Team 13 from Israel. Thank you for your service. I know you guys are and ladies are on high alert over there. Keep safe. Ronnie Geller, 18. Stacy Stoltz, 8722. Hello, Florida. Oh, you're from Florida? Oh, you're in Florida? You look like the guy from Gost. Brooksville. Oh, I know where Brooksville is. Brooksville's kind of a nice place, isn't it? I like it. It's kind of quiet there, isn't it? A lot of people know that Pasco County used to have a little bit of a, Brooksville's up there a little bit, but down there in Pasco County, they used to have a reputation. But I think that's cleaned up now. You know, Tampa Bay area, the Tampa, St. Petersburg metropolitan area has really grown a lot in the last, I'd say the last, what do you think? I'd say the last 15 years. It's slowing down a little bit. It's still growing. I got some friends that live around there, just north of Tampa. Some friends I've had since high school that have retired down there. My brother is in, it's called Lakewood Ranch, closer to Bradenton. He moved down there. Gail Matthews, hello. Cool to be a fool. Kurt Russell. Everyone says I look like Kurt Russell. That's so odd. Hello, South Florida, 95 today. Wow. Ronnie Geller, 18. Yes, you are on high alert. At Danny G618K said hi. Welcome in. Lou Perkins, absolutely. Stacy Stoltz, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. David McAlley, Madlacha. Gail Matthews, St. Petersburg in Russia. In Russia? No, it's St. Petersburg in Florida, which is on a peninsula, which actually, believe it or not, there's a peninsula in Florida that has the cities of St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and a few others that are in a county that's called Pinellas County, which is the most densely populated county in all of Florida. It's even more densely populated than Miami-Dade County. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. It's just wall-to-wall houses, apartment complexes, and everything. It's like a San Francisco with humidity. Yeah. Yes, it has. Spot on. St. Petersburg is a very beautiful city in Russia. Pinellas Park, I know where that is. That's the guy. Wet n Wild in Tampa in the 80s was my jam. Oh, really? I bet. Kurt Russell and Huey Lewis mixed. Hello from France. Welcome. Welcome in from France. You guys were there to help out us struggling colonists. You know that some of your military officers came over and helped George Washington properly train our soldiers to fight against the British so that we could win the Revolutionary War and become a country. Did you know that? I don't know if a lot of other people in France know that, but they did. Prepare for trouble and make it double to protect the evils of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars above. Jesse James, Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light, surrender in our fight. Wow, that's a lot to say, James from Team Rocket. Wow. Hi there, David Lepay. Lou Perkins explains so much. It's on the Gulf Coast outside of Tampa. 2 hours south, Tampa. Madlacha? Okay. You know what? There's some people going down into like South Florida in the middle of nowhere, making sure that they have a motor vehicle that is mechanically sound with front wheel drive and air conditioning, and living in little small towns in the middle of Florida, in the middle of nowhere. And they have a go bag. They're willing to live in a mobile home down there that they know is going to get blown away if a hurricane comes. They'll just buy a used mobile home, throw it up on some land that they bought real cheap, and just have a go bag and just live down there. And if a hurricane's coming, they'll just jump in their car and they'll go up I-75 and pray to Jesus that their mobile home hasn't blown away and keep all their money in the bank. I know people that do that and not buy a real house. No, I am not married. I have a girlfriend, but I'm not married. Boris Mikulski, $3 big bite combo at the 7-Eleven. Good till 8/26/26. Thank you for that information. Wow, look at that eczema. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I got some medication to put on that. Oh my God, I'm still mad at myself. This hair came out too dark. Clearwater has become the Scientologist cult capital headquarters. Has it really? I lived in Hollywood. They have a Scientology building there too. And when I was a young guy, my friends and I, we used to mess with them. Thanks. Now it's clear. I didn't know that. Todd, TN777. The Shermanator detects a box of orange juice in your cupboard. The Shermanator. Why are you called the Shermanator? The Shermanator. What are you, from Sherman Oaks? That's a real place. If you are, you know that, right? I never lived in Sherman Oaks. I lived nearby in West Van Nuys over near the airport. I'm not paying that much for an apartment or anything. You really look like the guy that played on Ghost, Patrick Swayze. Really? I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know that. Show us your wife. Why? You're telling me, you're giving me directives? What are you, crazy? Come on, Sheldon Cooper. I was an entertainer in Tampa in the 80s. London Victory Club downtown on Franklin Street. Really? Well, there are a lot of entertainers in the area. In fact, a lot of people don't know that Tampa, well, outside of Tampa, down in Bradenton, is on the other side of Tampa Bay from Tampa, or across the bridge from St. Petersburg, is the city of Bradenton, which is the place where the circus performers for Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus used to go on the off season and live down there. As some older circus performers, which we don't have a circus here anymore, I don't think, are still retired down there. What is the peacefulest state in the United States? One of the most peaceful states in the United States would probably be North Dakota. North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. Let me think. Idaho, most of Montana, Nebraska. Nebraska is Nebraska is like on the top list. Kansas is fairly safe. Nebraska is really safe. Iowa is really safe. Wisconsin. Milwaukee's got some issues. But that's just some of the safest states. I mean, at the state level, I'm talking about violent crime only, not just property crime. The states that have the highest violent crime, and not necessarily in this order, on a statewide basis, are Alaska, New Mexico, Nevada, Oklahoma. Let me think. Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. I'm on a per capita basis, per 10,000 people, violent crimes. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Parts of Texas have their own problems down near the border. Well, they used to. Houston's got some problems in the metropolitan area. But the southern states, and then New Mexico, Nevada, Alaska, Oklahoma, and then I would throw in South Dakota does have some problems in certain areas, but it's not like in the top 10, I don't think. There were times when, well, about 10 years ago, Missouri had some problems, but it was like, it's not that bad. It's just really concentrated in a few areas of St. Louis. But yeah, there's very safe. There's large areas of states that do have some dangerous cities that are very safe, actually. Like out in the suburbs of big cities, like the suburbs of Chicago are very safe. And like outside of St. Louis, the suburbs are very safe. And a lot of small towns are very safe. But sometimes you can be in the southern states in a small town or an entire county in the south will have some violent crime problems. It's kind of spotty in the south. You have to be in the right county. To answer your question, because I know you might be from out of the country, I just wanted to let you know. It's not like Mexico. Mexico is a completely different thing. I don't think there's any place in the United States that I know of other than certain parts of Philadelphia or south side of Chicago or maybe some parts of Baltimore and stuff like that that have the like the homicide rates that you're going to see in some of the bigger cities in Mexico. Mexico is one of the most dangerous countries in the entire world. It's unfortunate. It doesn't have to be that way. Once safe, go to Lincoln, Nebraska. I have no problems. Or go to like Fargo, North Dakota. I'm 19 years clean and sober from coke, weed, and alcohol. At Glenn Carragher, 316. It was coke. It's not anymore. I never messed around with speed. I don't even want to say the word other than say speed. I'm not going to say the other word because I don't know what words you can say and what you can't hear. But I never got into that stuff. It's extremely dangerous. No, I've never been to Yellowstone National Park. I'd like to. No, I'm not. That's not me. The Shermanator detects a womanly figure in my near future. Really? That's interesting. Victor Martinez. How's it going, Tom Cruise? Victor Martinez, 9853. If Jesus allows me to get old, well, there's longevity. I have longevity in my family, on both sides of my family. Well, really on my father's side of the family. If I was going to retire somewhere, where would I want to retire? Say I got to be old and crusty in my 80s or something like that, or in my 90s, and I want to retire, right? Do you know where I would go? I would not go where a lot of people would go. I would not go to Florida. I would go to South Texas. I would go down to like Corpus Christi or down there, Padre Island or something like that. Yeah, I would go down there if I wanted warm weather. Because even though it's kind of hot and humid down there, it's more of a dry heat. It's not like Florida. Florida is like trying to breathe water. Thank God for Mr. Carrier, who invented the air conditioner. He's fantastic, isn't he? Dr. Oz, what's up, bro? Sizzle Moon song, Boris McCluskey, letting me know that I need to go to 7-Eleven to get a big bite, $3 big bite combo at 7-Eleven. Good till 8/26/26. Gerald, hi there, brother. Welcome in. Your hand is your girlfriend. Oh, yeah? Is that what you think? That's your girlfriend. Ayo, Don Johnson. Okay, what do you want me to do? Do my hair like real light brown with red in it? I might look like Don Johnson. If I can get some sun, what do you want me to do? They don't have a lot of sunshine here in North Carolina. It's just, there's clouds here. Well, they do have sunshine here. I'm just saying that they have a lot of clouds too. It's not like where I'm headed, which is, I'm headed to Kansas City sooner than you think. And there's more sunshine hours annually there. I did look it up, and I think the rainfall is like 39 inches average or 38 inches, somewhere like that a year, which I do like. It's about 45 inches a year here in Charlotte. So that's actually a big difference to go down to like 39 inches. Some sites are saying 38 inches. But I looked at the difference. There's actually a difference between the climate in the summertime, especially between and the winter, between St. Louis area and the Kansas City area. It's a little bit colder there in Kansas City, but the summers are a little bit higher in temperature, but it's less humid there. And I like less humidity. At DM19154, this channel is growing. Yes, I'm very aware of that. This channel is growing. One day, this channel at Hollywoodland22 is going to have over 100,000 subscribers. You can take that to the bank. That's not actually a concern of mine. God forbid if this platform doesn't work out. There's many platforms I can go into because I am the product. I have lateral movement. I don't have to live. In a way, I'm fortunate because I do not have to live in a pricey part of the country. I do not have to live in San Francisco or New York or Miami. I don't have to live in these places. Even Charlotte, North Carolina, which is really not that expensive, but it's getting more expensive. The Charlotte area, and Raleigh is even more expensive, which is the state capital. It's starting to get expensive like it is up in the Northeast, like in DC and Philly and New York and stuff. And I don't have to live here. I can live in the middle of the country. I looked at several places. I looked at Pittsburgh. I looked at Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa. I looked at all those states and stuff like that. And I made the decision it's going to be Kansas City, Missouri. I looked at the food prices. It's less for food there and everything. You can go outside of Kansas, either side, Kansas or Missouri, either Kansas City. There's two of them, one on each side of the border. And if you go outside of, like a little bit outside of the suburbs of either place, especially going towards in Kansas down the road, then all of a sudden, within about 40 or 50 miles, the cost of a piece of property really goes down a lot. I don't care. I'm not afraid of tornadoes, just as long as I have a basement. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to live in Florida is, oh my God. Florida used to be kind of affordable in some areas, like the western part of Florida or the northern part. I don't know. I changed my mind. It's just too hot down there, and it's really overpriced. In my opinion, I believe that Florida all over is overpriced. Texas is still affordable. Texas is affordable. I won't live in Oklahoma. Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota. What else is affordable? Parts of Colorado are affordable. Trying to think of something. There's certain places that you can get a nice chunk of land and have a nice big giant fence around it. And I know where those places are. It's getting more, what's really getting expensive is Idaho, western Montana, the Boise, Idaho area, and parts of Salt Lake City area are starting to get expensive. A lot of people from California that have houses that are worth $1 million. That's just like a regular size house in Los Angeles is worth like $1 million. And you could buy a house in Utah for like, I don't know, $400,000 and so $600,000 in the bank. A lot of people are doing that. These baby boomers, and they think they're going to live forever. I don't know. Maybe they will. My nose is growing too. Is it? I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know that. Very good. You could be a fantastic life coach. Really? A life coach? Really? 800,000 average. What in I'd have to say 800,000 average. If you include the Los Angeles Basin and the San Fernando Valley, like Los Angeles. Los Angeles, I think, is like more like 725,000 average, but maybe that's just the San Fernando Valley. If you start adding in all those other rich neighborhoods up in the Hollywood Hills and stuff, I think it might be 800,000. I know you could go, Gerald. I know you can leave the San Fernando Valley. Say you're living in Reseda someplace. You can go up like 2 notches in your economic level and like go live in Summerlin in a gated community and stuff and sell your house in Reseda. That's like 2 blocks from the Reseda Boulevard with all the homeless people hanging out, running around with tire irons and stuff like that, like bothering people. You know how they are. The unhoused in LA, they hit different than the rest of the people in this country. that are homeless. The homeless people in the rest of the United States are very nice people that need our help. But the homeless out there in LA, my God, some of them you better be careful of. It's beautiful there. It really is. They're getting, one of the good things is they are getting people off the street in California. And you know what? There are not as many homeless people in the United States as there were a year ago. And I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy. There's no reason for women and children to be on the street at all, ever. Or elderly people, anyone 65 and older, no. Absolutely not. Really, anybody that it shouldn't happen. I'm glad that people are getting off the street. Your government is ripping you off. My government rips people off too. Depends on where you are. Oh, you're down in San Diego, Gypsy Spirit Tarot. I know that area. Yeah, I remember they had a shopping mall down there called Horton Plaza. Remember that one? It's kind of like an outdoor shopping mall. It was nice down there. I remember in the 80s. I remember 1989 when I went down to San Diego. I spent about a week down there. I remember that place. Auckland, New Zealand, house prices. Oh, well, it's insane there. It's extremely expensive to live there. Minnesota. So we live in mixed areas. Half bought it, half council houses go for about 200. Oh, okay. They run things differently there. I see. Can I buy a good home for $2 million United States dollars? For $2 million United States dollars, you could probably go to somewhere in Texas, like, I don't know, somewhere in between Austin, like in the middle of Texas, outside of Austin or San Antonio, and you could probably buy a big giant chunk of land there, like a huge. You could put cows in the backyard. You could do that in Kansas or Nebraska too, or Missouri. Yeah, in the middle of the country, you could. Yeah, definitely. For $2 million, you could get yourself even. You live in California with that money, but there's a lot of taxes there. I wouldn't recommend it. Arizona's just too damn hot. Unless you go, there's a part of Arizona north of Phoenix. It's called Sedona or Prescott. You get a little bit of a winter there, so you get a little bit of relief from the heat. That's kind of a nice place. LA was the only place you ever got robbed. Where'd you get robbed in Los Angeles? It's a big city. Look at I heard what's going on in Oregon. I've been there. I've been all over the country. I've been to Chula Vista. I know where Chula Vista is. Chula Vista is having some issues. They never used to have issues before, but they're having some issues now. They're having some crime issues there. I know about Chula Vista. San Ysidro has police officers all over the place. It's right on the border of Mexico. Chula Vista is having some issues, and California in general is having some property crime and some violent crime problems and some political instability there and stuff like that. I would not recommend visiting personally. I would not recommend. You can visit. Okay, I take that back. You can visit. You can visit California. Want to visit Hollywood Boulevard or go to Universal Studios, or if you want to go to the beach or something like that. San Diego is probably one of the better places to visit in Orange County, but I would not move to California right now. I would not rent there. I would not buy anything there. Certainly not buy anything there right now. And it's too deep of a subject for me to get into right now. I'm not a homosexual, so you slandered me, so you're gone. Well, here's what's going on, Lisa. Up there in Washington and Oregon and parts of Nevada, like in Las Vegas and stuff, you got a homeless problem that's increasing because they're getting the people off the street in California and they're coming to neighboring states. But when you go to the middle of the country, and you go to the East Coast and stuff like that, it's being handled. Florida is handling it. New York is handling it. You understand that 80% of the citizens of the United States, they live they live east of Dodge City, Kansas, or no, was it Topeka? I think it's Topeka. 80% of the population of the United States lives east of Topeka, Kansas. And that's where most people live. And where most people live in America, we're not having a overwhelming homeless problem. You're having a homeless problem because you got people that are evacuating California and they're just doing whatever they want in those cities out there. That will be cleaned up. The federal government is getting involved already. I have friends that live in California, and they told me that there are everything from there's FEMA there, there's Homeland Security there, there's ICE there, there's all kinds of there's FBI doing raids on drug dealers and made big gangs in LA and stuff in San Francisco, and it's being cleaned up. It's just you don't see it on the television set. You're not seeing it on the news. Somebody's been told to be quiet about it, but believe me, there's a lot of federal activity because California will not take care of their unhoused problem. They will not help the homeless. They're mean and cruel to the homeless, and they will not help them. So the federal government had to step in, and they're also stealing money and stuff. And a lot of people are fleeing. They're going to your state. They're going to Nevada, Idaho, Washington, Oregon. So that's what's happening for a myriad of reasons. You know, it's not just, it's not because it's not even just homeless. It's just people in general are just moving to these nearby states, you know, places you'd never think, like moving to, like, I don't know, the Tri-Cities or something like that, or moving to someplace like Coeur d'Alene or something, or Spokane or something, because they can't afford to live in California anymore or something. I don't know. It'll be, it's things ebb and flow. It'll be over. Anyway. So people just walk in and say mean things for no reason. What do you mean on here? Yes, that happens. I do have a moderator here. I don't know if this my moderator here. Let me think. Atticula1, thank you. Atticula1 is my moderator, one of them. Daniel Holman is another one, and also Jerry. Those three moderators really helped me out a lot. Who cares about someone's sexual orientation? It has nothing to do with this channel. I don't think so. No, it doesn't really. I think the people that talk about sexual orientation ad nauseum are like boring, shallow. That's just my opinion. Bakersfield is overpopulated and it has a lot of problems right now. There's just too many people living in Bakersfield. There's not enough jobs for everybody, and there's a lot of it's messed up big time, worse than the Midwest. And it needs, Bakersfield is another smaller city in California that needs federal intervention, and it's getting federal intervention as I speak. Fresno is a little bit more cleaned up. What else? Stockton has some issues. San Bernardino. There's certain places that are having issues, but the feds are really concentrating on LA right now. Thank you. Thank you. At Fresh Eyes 123. Thank you for that compliment. Oh, okay. You're gay. Okay. That's fine with me. You can be gay. I'm straight. I am what I eat. You know what that makes me. Oh, you disagree? You do? Well, okay. I think things are going to be cleaned up. Okay. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I have to lay down the rules. Hi, Randall and Chet. Welcome to at Hollywoodland21. I guess my tea's gone. Get rid of that tea bag. Put this over here. This is at Hollywoodland21. Please subscribe to my channel. I need you to subscribe. Go to just type in at Hollywoodland21. Hit the subscribe button. I have over 2,000 subscribers, and I'm picking up subscribers at a very fast clip, actually. And I have a goal, and my goal is to have 10,000 subscribers by September the 1st of 2026, and I think that's reasonable. $10,000 subscribers on YouTube is actually a big deal. Actually, a lot of people don't get beyond 1,000 subscribers very much. They don't. It takes some years to get that. I'm picking up subscribers at a fast clip. I've been told by other streamers. Please hit the subscribe button for at Hollywoodland21. This is not really my channel. It's really your channel. And this channel is a variety channel. You can talk about whatever you want. We talk about how to stay clean off of illicit drugs and alcohol here, but that's not the only focus. We talk about spiritual things. We talk about Jesus Christ and how he's my Lord and Savior. We talk about religious topics. We talk about medical topics. We talk about, you can talk, if you want to talk about politics, you can talk about politics. This is not a big political channel or anything like that. We talk about cultural things. We talk about nonsense. We talk about what's going on in the country. We talk about whatever you want to talk about, because it's really your channel. This is a non-monetized channel. I do not need the money. I made that decision to not monetize this channel. I will monetize this channel at Hollywoodland21 when 75 people in here. I will monetize this channel either when I get to 5,000 subscribers, which is about maybe 2,500 subscribers from now, or when I get to maybe 8,000 subscribers. Somewhere in between 5,000 and 8,000, I will monetize this channel, and then YouTube can start. I'm not making any money from YouTube now because it's non-monetized. It's just for fun. I'm building a subscriber base. I want more subscribers to make it worth my while. And then later on, when I deem it reasonable and proper, I will monetize the channel, and then I will also put PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo information for you to donate to my channel if you want to give a gift at that time. But you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my channel at Hollywoodland21. You could just watch my channel for free. You can tell your friends, your Facebook friends, your ex-friends on X, Twitter. You can tell your friends on different platforms: Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, OnlyFans. I don't care, any of them. You can Rumble. What's another one? Roblox. Any of these platforms, and you can let your friends know that it's important to subscribe to at Hollywoodland. At Hollywoodland. 21 at Hollywoodland21. Subscribe to at Hollywoodland21. No, I think Trump supports himself with his own legs. I pray that our president uh, does a good job. He's the only president that I currently have in the United States of America. So I do pray that he makes the right decisions to keep everybody safe and alive. Healthcare and education. Some people are socialists in that. They're thinking with that. Joey Lyons, 8238. Jesus Christ is the only true God and Savior. That is correct. No, not to get attention. No, not to get attention. I'm not trying to get attention from anyone. At Recovering Cynic. I've gotten to the point where a lot of my chatters are actually talking to each other and they're making whatever friendships or parasocial relationships with each other. And I even had last night, I had two people trying to get each other's phone number because they wanted to go out on a date. Isn't that wonderful? Bringing people together. One social media live stream channel at a time. Isn't that wonderful? At Recovering_Cynic. Hey, brother, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Do you think America should buy Greenland? Buy it, acquire it, protect it. Yes, I do. National security. Do you think Trump, what is this person saying? Do you think Trump did bad with the Iran war? No, I don't. First of all, it hasn't really developed into a full-fledged war. You don't even want to see that. He's taken out military targets. Those people said that they want that. They're never going to get any nuclear anything. And I agree with him on that. I don't want that military getting any nuclear anything. And if you've been watching the news, there are protests in the last week or so with all kinds of Iranian citizens just storming the streets all over in multiple cities. And they're about to flip that government out of there. They're about to take their country back. And yes, no, the Iranian military has no right to be shooting armed drones at commercial ships from multiple countries all over the world. Absolutely not. I'm old enough to remember when the Iranian students took over our embassy, which is our property, and were beating up on our federal workers in 1979 and 1980. I saw it with my own eyes as a child. And I don't have any love for the Iranian military or the Iranian political establishment whatsoever. It actually goes deeper than that, okay? Because my father knew some people that were in charge of that country, and they're not here anymore. They were all murdered in 1979, and their entire families, okay? So, no, I think Iran used to be a free country, and it's going to be a free country faster than you think it is. And that's the way I feel about it. And that's the way most Americans feel about it. A lot of younger Americans don't understand why this is going on. And I would encourage them to go get an encyclopedia and read about what the current, well, not for very long, Iranian government had done to our country for the last 47 years, starting in 1979. They need to really look into it. It might change their mind about things. I look like Father Homelanders. Okay, we're not gonna talk garbage about the only president we have. I'm not a MAGA guy. I've been a Democrat most of my life. I don't know. We're not gonna talk bad about my president. I pray that he makes the right decision and doesn't screw up, because I live in this country. It's the only country I have to live in. I mean, I'm just being logical. You want to be a great actor in Hollywood? Well, I'm not. I don't work in the entertainment industry. I was a salesman. I sold vinyl siding, and I was a retail store manager, and worked in the restaurant business and nightclub business and hotel business. So, but I do know a lot of people who work to put television programs together. I met them over the course of about 31 years. And this is just a layman's advice is if you really want to be an actor on television, I would encourage you to move to the San Fernando Valley. I would encourage you if you're a young person, to get a roommate, or even if you're middle-aged, because it's so expensive to live there, I would encourage you to move to North Hollywood, California. It's affordable. Be careful. Don't be walking around at night by yourself, but move to North Hollywood, California, and start meeting people, and go to as many open auditions as you possibly can. Okay? And take some method acting classes. And you're lucky, because if you're some type of an alcoholic, or or something like that, you can go hang out at the 12 step recovery meetings, and you're going to meet a lot of people that work in that business around there. Believe it or not. That's how I accidentally ran into people like that. It's probably the third largest employer in LA County is probably, or in LA City, is probably something to have to do with the entertainment business, music production, television production, and film production. That's probably the third largest employer, behind maybe the down in the South Bay refineries, or maybe international finance, and then after that probably maybe factories that make other things. Los Angeles is a county. A lot of things are manufactured there: furniture, toys, soap, processed foods, things like that. It's more than just television programs and movies. It's a big city. It's the city has about 4 million people in it. The county has about 9.5 million people in the county. It's a very heavily populated area. Lancaster County. Lancaster County where? Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or Lancaster, South Carolina, or there's a lot of Lancasters. Iran, Sari 2 says, Iran women from the early 70s need to be brought back of nice. I remember when I was a child, I would see pictures of sometimes things were going on in Iran. They even had television programs from there and all kinds of stuff. The Persians at one time used to do the surgeries for the like European royalty back in the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s. A lot of royal families would send their family members that needed surgeries to Persia to get the necessary surgeries, because the Persians were the best surgeons in the entire planet at that time. They saved my life in Los Angeles. A lot of Iranians that had to leave Iran in 1979, 80, 81, just get out of there. They were Christian and Jewish and stuff. They came over to Los Angeles, and a lot of them are doctors. A lot of their sons are doctors too. And a lot of those people, Iranian American surgeons saved my life in my early 40s. Just to let you know. I say Iran used to be a hip modern country in the 80s. No, it wasn't. It was taken over by hi miss. Hi there. It wasn't. By that time it was taken. I was a small child. They were They were taken over by religious zealots at that time in the 80s. It was a completely different place after 1979. I can assure you of that. It was not a hip, slick, and cool place. Probably sore underscore loser 1002. Yeah, Americans probably do need some history lessons. Yes. Sarah too. Yes, Aman, you speak the truth. I know. I was there. I was a child, but I when I got older in high school, we learned about this. I learned about this in junior high school from my father about what was going on over there. And I have a lot of friends that are Persian Americans that live in the San Fernando Valley area of Los Angeles and also over near West LA and stuff like that, that are around my age or a little bit younger than me or a little bit older than me, that came over here when they were like still in high school and stuff, and they had to flee and live in crowded apartments in Hollywood and all kinds of stuff. Some of them just barely got out with enough money to rent an apartment, and lost their money, and their money was stolen out of the bank and everything. It was a mess. They took over everything. They just stole everything. They had to leave. They had to leave. They would be killed. Get it? They had to leave. It was a different country before then. Just look it up, Google it. It's all. I don't have to teach you this stuff. Hey, Nicole, Lisa Kerr. Thank you for coming in, Lisa Kerr. 6392. I get, maybe they don't teach this, and I don't know. Maybe whatever happened in Iran in 1979 and what it was like before that, maybe that is not taught in a lot of public schools in the United States. I don't know. I went to public school. We learned about it as it was happening and watched it every morning before we went to school. We turned on a TV show called Good Morning America or the Today Show when you're like a little kid and you're sitting there either watching cartoons and then you're watching the Today Show and you're seeing all these United States federal government workers, these embassy workers being paraded out in the parking lot and getting beat up and stuff like that and blindfolded and all kind of mocked and everything like that. Maybe that's not taught in the public school system in many parts of the United States. I don't know. Maybe you weren't aware of this, but it was a very big deal. They invaded our land in 1979. The college students and the universities in Tehran invaded our embassy. It's our property. And then they held federal workers in our embassy hostage for 400 and something days until Reagan was sworn in as president after Jimmy Carter. And then all of a sudden they miraculously let them go. Go figure. I wonder why. Maybe they were afraid of Ronald Reagan. Maybe this problem we're having right now would have been solved a long, long time ago. But that was like, what was that, 47 years ago? Oh, well. So no more talking about Iran today. I'm done with it. Anyway, I've learned about it. You learned about it in West Virginia public school and at home. You're 54. Yeah, you probably did because you're a little bit older, but you're around my age, you remember. I mean, if you're over, I don't know who learned about that. Squirrel Sniper 138 is concurring with what I said. Oh, you live above Gian 2287. I live above Whole Foods at Laguna Niguel. Oh, you're down there in Orange County. I know that area. I like Whole Foods. I buy they don't have a Whole Foods that's close to me now. I don't want to go all the way. It's kind of far away, but I mean they have it, but I do like certain items from Whole Foods. Yes. So Kel 72115. So it was the 60s and 70s when Iran was hip and cool. Well, yeah, sort of. That's when the Shah and his family ran the country. It was Western. Well, it wasn't completely Western. It had the bigger cities were more Western. I'm sure the smaller towns were more old-fashioned, traditional, very Islamic and stuff. Okay, well, that's so. Who's Gian? Gian 2287. Have a little talk with you. Who told you that? And you know what? I don't know if that's true or not. Do you like the United States of America at GN 2287? Because I told you we are going to stop talking about Iran. Do you like the country that you live in? What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. You're gone. You're disingenuous, and you don't get to be on my channel. Anyway, here's what's the only thing that I do not want on my channel. It's really this. I'm not going to talk about Iran anymore. I'm sick of it. Go watch television. Go watch about that. Anyway, on my channel at Hollywoodland22, I might decide to just all politics gone. I might do that because people keep talking about their issues with Iran and they're uneducated about the whole situation on both sides of the political aisle, and I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, I can even turn the comments off if I want for a while. But on my channel, it's your channel. Yeah, it's really your channel, but I'm going to lay down some rules. The rules on this channel are in the chat, no anti-Semitic talk or you're blocked forever. Number 2, no racial bigotry of any kind on my channel or you're blocked. And no talking nasty about women or children or you're blocked. And number 3, no saying anything that is false about me or anybody else in the chat, especially me. You know, like character assassination, that kind of thing, or you're blocked forever. That's the only 4 rules, and I think they're very, I don't know, understandable. And like I said, we're going to stop talking about Iran for a while. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Because I'm tired of talking about Iran. Why do so many young people talk about politics ad nauseum? That's all they talk about. My God. So old. thing is, I'm a pretty nice guy. I've had just about enough out of those two. If they don't stop all this nonsense, I'm going to have to call the authorities. Hello, guess who's back? It's Mr. Randall. Sometimes when I was a child, my friends would call me Randy, but my real name is Randall. And I'm coming within inches of adding another rule to my channel. But I won't. Very close. I almost thought about, no matter how long you've watched my channel, that if you say the word or type the word Iran in my channel, of telling my moderators to block you forever. But I'm not there yet. Dakula, don't block them. They can say the word Iran. But what I need you to do is I need you to, if you want to talk about that subject, I need you to go and turn on your television set with your remote control and watch satellite television or cable television. And you can go to any of the cable news networks and you can watch all of the Iran coverage that you want to, because we're going to stop it here. Okay? But don't block them, Dakula. My moderators, don't block them because it said Iran, because, you know, there's a lot of people that mean well, you know, they just, I mean, I am building a channel here, right? It's just the 4 basic rules, you know. No anti-Semitism, no racial bigotry in the chat. Neither one of those are blocked. No talking nasty about women or children, and no lying about me. I mean, especially if you don't even know me a little bit. I mean, kind of weird. You know what it is with this whole social media thing is, I think that there's not everybody is a voyeur on here. People that watch your channel, if you live stream and you have a channel, it doesn't mean that everyone that watches you is a voyeur, but there are a lot of voyeurs out there. And you know what? There, as another live streamer did mention, she mentioned that she mentioned that some of you people are weird, okay? And it's true. And I started laughing when I saw that video because it's true. Some of you are weird. You really are. Now she gets the credit, not me. Now I'm going to get myself some soda. Let's get some soda. What kind of soda are we going to have today? Oh, I know. How about Food Lion Zero Cola? Yes, when I want something cool and refreshing, and I don't want to pay a lot of money for it, I just go ahead and pick up myself a big, giant 2-liter bottle of Food Lion Diet Zero, whatever the fuck this is. Okay? Because I'm not going to pay that much for soda. I just don't like spending money on things unnecessarily. This tastes just like Coca-Cola Zero. Brand name. Now we're going to come back over here. Maybe if I was more creative, I'm creative in my own way. See, I'm not a painter. But then again, I never learned how to paint. I never attempted to paint. I don't know, perhaps when I was a child and going to art class in elementary school, I was forced to paint by my art teacher. But as an adult, have I ever attempted to do any oil painting or finger painting or anything like that? No, I haven't. So I really don't know if I have the ability to be a fairly good fine artist and paint. I do not know. If you look on YouTube and TikTok, you will run into some people that are truly talented. They really are. In many ways. Sometimes you will see things. You know what's really weird is when you see things that you can't unsee. Like you'll see something on YouTube and you're like, oh my God, I wish I did not see that. You'll be minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you'll think about that. Like, why am I thinking about that gross thing I saw on YouTube? Oh my God, it'll disturb you. You have to be careful about what you watch on social media. You might run into something that you might see something that you got to have thick skin. I have thick skin, and I don't judge people. That's another thing. I think this works out well for me. This live streaming and watching other live streamers. I really do. Maybe on a regular basis, I think I got it cut down to four YouTubers. 4 YouTube live streamers, no, 3 YouTube live streamers, 1 Twitch live streamer, 1 Kick live streamer, and I believe maybe 3 TikTok channels, 3 TikTok live streamers that I don't know what that total is, maybe 8 or so, 9, I don't know. That I watch on a regular basis. There are some live streamers on multiple platforms that I no longer watch. They either went away, they disappeared, or I thought they were like there's some people on YouTube that I thought I was buddies with like for about 6 months, and then they like turned into something else. I found out that they were disingenuous or something like that. Then I stopped watching them. That doesn't happen very often. Usually when I watch a live streamer, they are who they present themselves to be, and I'm pretty good at picking them. Another thing, it's really important to not judge anyone else, especially in any case in real life. Or attempt to judge. You can't judge. Only God can judge. You can take someone's inventory and decide when you roll up on somebody or if you're watching TikTok, you can take their inventory, their personal inventory. That's called sizing someone up, and then and utilize discernment, and it's inborn. Utilize your ability to utilize discernment. You size somebody up, or you can call it taking someone's inventory, and decide if you want to watch that channel or if you want to hang out with that person. There's nothing wrong with that. Judging is different. Only God can judge. So you're not capable of judging. If you think you're judging, you're not. But to make a vain attempt to judge anyone else, or to say something like, "Oh, look what they do. They're not that nice of a person. They're bad," or something like that. Maybe instead of judging somebody else, you should remember all the things you did in your life that were not right. Or you should look in the mirror and take a good look at yourself. I'll tell you what, I didn't just work hard in my life. I played hard too. And I did some things in my life that I'm ashamed of, like using dangerous controlled substances and things like that. You know, I should not have done that. I made my family members afraid that something could happen to me or something like that, like having a heart attack or something like that, because I was using uppers and coke and stuff like that, and I used to party, and I feel bad about it. Um, I'm not a perfect person and stuff, but I have no right to judge anyone else. I'm not going to judge anyone. How the fuck could I judge anyone? Me? I don't even judge him. You know the worst part about Schmittler, the guy in Germany, that some of his inner circle was even worse than him. Cuckoo. I mean, nuts. A lot of those people were vegetarians too. You just sit there and eat vegetables and you don't eat meat. You know what happens? You're crazy. Crazy. I like cherry cola. It's wonderful. Karen Brooks, hi. How are you doing? Stars Elites, hi. Yeah, I don't judge people. Sometimes I'll have a friend that someone I'm friends with or somebody I like or something like that a lot, and they might do something that I don't like or that kind of scares me or something. And the only thing I can do is the right thing for me to do, and that's what I did, is I just prayed for them. I prayed to Jesus that they would stop doing what they were doing. And that's all I can do. I'm not going to talk about it any further. It made me a little bit sad at the time. But I forgive them. You have to be careful on Messenger. Yeah. Who is a liar, Lee Branch? Who is a liar? I'd like to know who is a liar. Prayer does work. It does. It really does. Somebody said someone's a liar. Who's a liar? I don't know. Especially if you're a woman, you got to be real careful on Messenger because it happened to me. Carol Golan 8297. Women have to be very careful just living anywhere on this planet, even anywhere in the United States now. I mean, not just here, but in real life. I mean, I would not recommend that any woman anywhere in this country just walk by all by herself unless she's got pepper spray and maybe she's armed and, she got like bear spray on or something like that. I wouldn't recommend that any woman walk down a road, like a long sidewalk or something on a highway where there's no witnesses and stuff like that, and just walk down the road unarmed or at all, really, after dark. It's just not, even in smaller rural areas, it's just not the same United States as it used to be. In the 80s, it was like you knew where the bad neighborhoods were. You knew like certain neighborhoods you don't go to. If you went out into the like country areas and stuff like that, it was everybody knows everybody. It was pretty cool. But nowadays, women have to be very careful. We had like an influx of people that came in our country. Like 10 million people just came in our country. We don't know where they're from. We don't have them all out yet. A lot of these people came from prisons and stuff like that. They really did. They unloaded their prisons on us. The president before the Biden guy, the other countries just flooded our country with God only knows, with people that are dangerous men. And if you're in America and you're a woman, you have to be very careful. Walking by yourself during the day or something like that with other people around, you have witnesses and you have your phone too. On top of that, you should carry pepper spray with you too, or learn how to fight like a guy. I don't know, but but it's just not the same place. I would never recommend that any woman or child be out on the street walking around. Maybe in your neighborhood, like on your little neighborhood next to where you live or something, but not on the main roads. Just not now. I mean, we don't have when I was born, there was 225 million people that lived in the United States. Now there's 350 million people living in the United States and an additional 30 million undocumented aliens here. So you go figure it out. I don't walk around unarmed at nighttime with no witnesses down this road down here, this long road where there's no streetlights or anything. I'll just walk around. I'm not going to walk around. And even if I did, I would be armed. Oh, I guarantee you I will. I've been stuck up before in Los Angeles. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. It's not funny. I'm glad I'm alive. Yeah, it is. Kung Fu is good defense. I like the Kung Fu Kid on the YouTube videos. He's pretty funny. You ever see him in the parking lot? That's pretty funny videos, isn't it? It's the dude from the Twisted Sister Feds. What's up, dude? Oh, what would you say? What would you say? You think I'm like that dude from Twisted Sister? Do you really? No. What I did is I took my wallet and I gave him my wallet and I turned around and I ran as fast as I can the opposite direction, and he decided to not do anything to me. I found my wallet 2 houses away from mine. I was almost at my house, and 2 houses away from mine, I found my wallet. No, my Egyptian roommate in LA found my wallet on Holt Street at Holt and Airdrome in the South Robertson neighborhood of Los Angeles, a neighborhood that's just south of Beverly Hills in the LA city limits. That's where I lived. I lived about, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 blocks south of Beverly Hills, California, in a place called Pico Robertson. And he found my wallet at Airdrome and Holt, a couple houses away from where I was living. I want to rock. Oh, you think I look like that dude? The father? Oh my God, that's so funny, dude. Oh, over there in the UK, you folks got some serious fucking issues over there. I'm glad that Starmer's gone. You guys need to fix that. I mean, like that. We're not going to get into it because I'm not talking about politics for the rest of the day. You know what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Okay. You men over there know what needs to be done. Okay, I will treat that as spam. Thank you. Todd Jones, welcome in. Was living in Los Angeles affordable at the time that you lived there? It was more affordable. I mean, adjusted for inflation, yes, it was more affordable, but it was still expensive compared to living in Philadelphia or New Jersey or that. I mean, it was less expensive than northern New Jersey or New York, but it was about the same price as it was like Philadelphia price. I would say that living in Los Angeles, not at the beach, but where most people live, like, like at least 6 miles away from the beach or something, like in where most people live in like regular, like middle class people, uh, Los Angeles, the average apartment or average home was very attainable in 1989. It wasn't, things didn't get out of hand until like after 2008, like 2009, 10. It was like, whoa, everything got really expensive. I remember in 1989, you could rent an apartment for like $500, a one-bedroom apartment in Van Nuys or North Hollywood, or even in Hollywood. If you went to East Hollywood, you get an apartment for like $500. It wasn't that bad. You didn't have to live like in the real bad neighborhoods to get an affordable rent. It wasn't. But now it's like, well, it's funny because the rents went up and now the rents are down again. And now, adjusted for inflation, that, put it this way, an apartment in 1990 that's $500, which is about the average price of a one-bedroom apartment. The average price of a studio apartment in, say, Hollywood area, in Central Hollywood, where there's nothing but apartments, in the junkie part, where regular people that are not rich live, $500 in 1990. Now you go, that's 25 plus 10, that's 35 years ago, plus the inflation. Think about that. 500 times 1. Yeah, it's actually gone down in price, because you should triple that. It should be $1,500 for a studio in Hollywood, in Central Hollywood neighborhood of LA. And that's about what it costs, but you can get lower prices now. But I think you can get lower prices because they're having a lot of problems in LA right now. A lot of people don't want to live there. Those costs will go back up. So adjusted for inflation, the prices are just about where they need to be. It's that what's expensive is up in San Francisco and San Jose, up that way. That's expensive. Orange County, which is just south of Los Angeles County, or if you go up to Northern California and you go to San Francisco or the Silicon Valley, including San Jose, or if you go in the North Bay, if you go up to like all those little towns, they're all expensive too. San Diego is usually less expensive than LA, but now I think it's about the same. San Diego used to be about 20% less expensive all the way around just to live than LA was, but it might have changed. There's an anomaly going on right now. I mean, LA's got a bunch of problems. They got like 100,000, they got 80 or 100,000 people that don't have a place to live, laying all over the street. They got all kinds of problems right now. So yeah, they're going to bring the rents. They're going to bring the rents down. I've seen studio apartments for $1,000 in Los Angeles and Hollywood and Van Nuys and different places like that. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wow. I left 3 years ago. I live outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I do. I live outside of Charlotte. I've been here for 3 years. Not for long. I'm going to the middle of the country. I have a lot of lateral movement. I don't have to live any particular place. And I really don't think I'm going to be going back to California in my lifetime. If I want to go to a beach, I can just live in Missouri and I can go to a beach in Texas somewhere. I'll just go down to Corpus Christi or something like that if I want to go to a beach. Just go fly down there and go see a beach, or go to Pensacola, Florida or something. Santa Clara. Santa Clara is a very nice area. It's very expensive too. Santa Clara County. Very expensive. At Cal 72115, that is true. They don't have their own police department anymore since like 1994, around there, or 1995. I think they got rid of their police department because they were like, the police were stealing or something like that. I don't know. Or they ran out of money. The Los Angeles County Sheriffs, they police Rancho Dominguez, with Compton, and which is synonymous with Rancho Dominguez. Um, Compton is a much safer place. Compton's got a high crime rate, but it's better than it used to be. That's true. You know about that act, Kel. They should speak English. That's so messed up. I don't even want to get on the roads that much. I'm going to a smaller city. Charlotte has 2.9 and a half, 2 million. The Charlotte, North Carolina metropolitan area has 2,950,000 people approximately in it right now, and it's growing every single day. Every day, another 100 people are moving here. Meanwhile, the Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas Independence metropolitan area, which straddles 2 states, only has a population, I think, of 2,300,000, something like that. So that's about 650,000 less people living in Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, like the whole area, including the suburbs. There's like 600,000 less people living in the Kansas City metropolitan area than in the Charlotte, North Carolina metropolitan area, which I really like because I want to live around 650,000 less people. I really wanted to live in like Iowa, but I don't know. I went to live in like Des Moines somewhere. I don't know. You get a lot of land out there. The Bay Area. It's mixed. I like Fremont. Kebabs. When I was a little kid, shish kebab used to be real popular takeout food. My parents used to get it for us. I live in 1-bedroom apartment, paying $850, everything furnished. I pay for trash. Barbie Joe, 55. And where are you, Barbie Joe? What area? I forget. I'm sorry. $850, everything furnished. Pay for the trash. That's a good price for an apartment. Do you live in the South? Hi from Korea. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome in. At curse_Volga, it's notorious. North Carolina has gotten expensive in a lot of areas. The street gang culture. Well, yeah. Well, things. I guess it depends on where you are. It's very different. Yeah, I looked into North Florida, and I don't think that I'm getting my money's worth there. I don't want a bunch of hurricanes, and I'm like, no, it's too humid. At first, I thought I wanted to go to Florida and say, oh, I like the warm weather. One day I will be old, and I'm going to enjoy the warm weather. Maybe I'll get to be like 80 years old. My bones will hurt, and I'm going to like warm weather. But no. If I was going to go live someplace, if Jesus allows me to get that old, since there's longevity in my family, if I can make it to like, that's a long way from now, but I'm saying if I could live to be like really old, I would rather live in a dry climate. I mean, like I would rather live like in like West Texas or live in Arizona or something instead of going to Florida. That's just me. Or I could live in a place that has 4 seasons. I don't care. I kind of like a little bit of snow at Christmas time and stuff like that. I really do. I like Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. I think it is my favorite holiday, is Christmas. Yes. I don't know why. What do you think? Because I'm a Protestant Christian? St. Augustine is nice. It's pricey though. I'm a frugal person. I'm like, that's just the way I am. And I can afford to live in Florida if I wanted to. I want to live someplace dirt cheap. I want land around me. Oh, you live in Greensboro? That's a smaller city. It's a little bit easier to handle than Charlotte. Dust catcher. Riv Caruth. I've known Bill for 38 years. Is that a reference to 12-step recovery, or is that somebody actually named Bill? Rivka Ruth Golan. It's beautiful there. Kansas City trees, green. I saw a video of not just the downtown but both Kansas cities, and Oath and Overland Park, Kansas, and also Midtown, Kansas City, Missouri, and also Northland, Kansas, and also Independence. And I'm like, wow, that place is beautiful. That's a really beautiful area. Flyover country. I like flyover country. There's people in California, they call the middle of the country flyover country. They think they're a bunch of hillbillies or something like that. Oh, really? Kansas City looks really nice. And Des Moines looks nice. Omaha's really nice. Like, they're just some towns that just they're clean, and Topeka's nice, and Lincoln, Nebraska's nice. All those towns around there are so nice. I'm like, my God. It's like in the western part of the Midwest, like you're in you're basically you're in the Great Plains. I mean, it's just well kept. You don't see trash on the street. It's not like back east here. It's just that part of the Midwest looks nice to me. I wish I had grown up in a place like that. A lot of people are moving out of town I live in because of the rise in crime. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Jesus Christ is Lord, Alameda County. I know where that is. A lot of people do like living in the mountains away from society. I like to be around people. I don't mind living in a city just as long as it's a safe city and a functional city. Something that has jobs, ability to have a business there, and it has nice parks, and it has a nice community with people that actually speak to their neighbors and stuff like that, and it's cohesive and stuff, and it's a peaceful place. There are some places in the United States that are like that. And I would like to highlight some places that are really nice American cities. One of those is Des Moines. One of those is Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Topeka, Kansas, both Kansas cities. Parts of Kansas City, Missouri have some rough areas, but some other nice places: Billings, Montana, Fargo, North Dakota, Madison, Wisconsin. There are some medium-sized cities and larger cities that are really well managed. And I'm glad that we have cities like that. It's not all American cities have fallen apart. Salt Lake City is like that too. That's another city that's really nice. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. This is at Hollywoodland21. That's at Hollywoodland21. At Hollywoodland21. Yeah. That's me, Randall. And you? What's your name? Where are you from? Would you like to tell your story? I like hearing stories. I like hearing true stories. I'm all ears. I like to hear a good story. I don't play games. That's right. I'm a grown-ass man. No, I'm not Kurt Russell, no. But thank you for the compliment. Yes, 12 step. Bill Wilson, A creator. With Dr. Bob too, right? Yes. Wichita, Kansas. I heard that Wichita, Kansas is probably going to be a town that's going to rebuild itself. I study the United States of America. I study metropolitan areas. That's what I do. I research them. It's part of how I make bread. And there is a movement. I don't want to, oh God, I shouldn't say anything. There is a slow and steady movement of people to Texas, the Great Plains states, that's all these rectangular states that go through the middle of the country, and also to the Midwest, the traditional Midwest, like Ohio and, well, actually Pittsburgh, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and places like that, and Minnesota and Iowa, and what's the other Midwestern states, Missouri and stuff like that. There is a steady increase in population, believe it or not, since 2024 back to those states. I know about it. Ohio leads the way. I know some other states that people are moving to, increasing in population just a little bit. Kansas is actually losing people, but not as much as they were losing people 5 years ago. Now, well, it'll be interesting to see. Texas is still gaining people. I know why, too. I know why the people are moving back to the Midwest. I'm very aware of why. The main reasons. Jesus Christ is Lord. 2969. God bless the United States of America. Long live the Republic. Thank you for coming to my channel, folks. Thank you for subscribing to @Hollywoodland21. That's @Hollywoodland21. Once again, that's @Hollywoodland21. Just hit the subscribe button. Let's get me to 10,000 subscribers by September the 1st of 2026. We got 5 weeks. We can do it. I know we can. As one big happy family. That's right. Oh, your daughter goes to Iowa and Kansas. She lives close to them. Did not know that. I learned something here. You look like Pierce Brosnan. Dude, that is so funny. You guys are funny, you know that? You're really funny. Look at me. Never using L'Oreal again. It made my hair too dark. I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to have a conniption. Maybe it's too hot for some people to go outside and live stream. Some of the people I used to watch doing their live stream, they're not live streaming as much as they used to. You know how it is. People get busy with life, but sometimes it's just too hot to live stream. You know, it's just, you got to wait till nighttime. You know, sometimes I really should be sleeping by midnight. And that's what's going to happen. So a lot of live streamers are coming on late at night. They're coming on like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning and stuff like that. I can't watch. It's just I have to. I got to be up and alert by 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Thursday. Yeah, you know, I'm a busy person. I don't know if you're busy. Are you busy? Is anybody busy here? Tell me, are you a busy person? Look how long my hair got. It's ridiculous. Oh, did you hear the news? I found out that I have a stalker. Oh my God. It's nobody you know. It's somebody from a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away. Somebody from the early 2000s. Because it saw the salad dressing. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. You're funny. Tina Kennedy. Love the fall. I love the fall too. Have you ever seen the fall up in the New England states? It's beautiful. Yes, I do like movies. A lot. I recommend a movie. Here's a movie I recommend to watch. To Live and Die in LA with William Dafoe. You need to watch that movie. Another movie is the 1974 version. That's the original version. The 1974 version of Gone in 60 Seconds. You need to watch that movie too. You should watch a movie called The King of New York with Christopher Walken. That's another recommendation of mine. And you should watch The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. Your granddaughter's ready for her bedtime story. I remember when I had bedtime stories told to me when I was a child. I remember that. Yeah, that's the original Gone in 60 Seconds, 1974. It's kind of funny too. It'll It'll have you on the edge of your seat. Let's see, let's walk around a little bit. So you guys only get to see my kitchen. I do have a lot of other parts of my home. I make myself a little hot tea right here. You might find my material boring. Maybe because I had multiple people in my family pass away recently since October, and then about a month and a half ago, and then about 2 months ago, and then about a month ago. So I've had 3 family members die in the last, since then. And it's just multiple grieving I'm dealing with, just one after the other. And it's not easy. So, you know, in my free time, I watch YouTube and TikTok and Twitch and things like that, and try to look at something that cheers me up, you know. I do. In real life, I got that you know, what you're seeing here right now, I'm authentic. I'm not an egocentric person. What you're seeing here is my authentic self. This is the way I really am. But, you know, you've seen me when I'm a little bit manic, or when I'm not feeling that good, or like a little bit under the weather, because I've been live streaming for a while now. And, you know, so whenever you see me, that's how I am that day. I really haven't changed much since 1989. I pretty much the same person. I've lost some weight. I'm down to 160. This morning was 167 and a half pounds at 6'1". Now, a lot of you think that's awfully thin, but I'm trying to get a washboard stomach, and I'll be down to 155 in no time. I carry myself like a bigger person. I have wide shoulders, and I'm tall. I don't know if you know how tall I am, but I don't know if that lamp's in the way. Maybe you can't see me. I think I'm about 6'2" in boots, like in construction boots or something like that. I like to wear them because I put my inserts in, even though I don't do construction work. But I like those big boots, like Timberlands or something like that, you know. And I'm pretty tall. I feel better. I lost 20 pounds of fat, and I feel a lot better. Hot tea. Dump this in the garbage. Yo, see, I made some hot tea. In real life, when you see me, I'm going to take a wild guess that most of you are not 6'1". So you'd have to look up to me. You'd have to look up to me. I can be a little aggressive sometimes. Pardon me. I lived in a big city. I lived in Los Angeles too long. Los Angeles is a passive aggressive city. People just like, they're real nice. Hi, how you doing? Like that. And boom, they just fly off the handle. And plus where I come from in Philadelphia is a very aggressive city. So if I come off a little bit aggressive sometimes, don't be frightened. I'm a fair guy. I just don't. There's a few things in life I don't like very much. Like I don't like liars, people that gaslight and gatekeep and do things like that. Just basically liars, people that lie. I don't hang out with liars. Not that I know of. If I discover that somebody's, deliberately lying to me, then I'll be done with them. It's sad. There's some people that have a different definition of lying than the one that I was brought up with. Thank you. And you fucking lie all the time and it works for you. Really? Good. I'm going to prove how much I get rid of liars. Since you're a guy that lies all the time and it works for you, guess what? You're deleted. Goodbye. Oh, that's weird. There are some weird people that come on here. I got a stalker that's they're not gonna like it if they come around here. I have some. Hello, Miss Newman. How are you doing? Welcome. I'm not interested in certain things that guys are interested in, okay? You go to these channels, any of these platforms, and there are a lot of men that are into sports. I'm not into sports. I played sports in high school. I'm done with that. I don't watch and live my life vicariously through watching some guy put a ball in a hoop. I'm not doing it. Sorry, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch this channel. Anyway, I do not like talking about sports. I don't like talking about politics ad nauseum. A lot of guys that have channels have political channels. I don't like talking about all these different kinds of martial arts and fighting and all this other stuff. I'm like, what do you talk about fighting so much? What, do you not know how to fight? I mean, I'm from Philadelphia. I've known how to defend myself ever since I was in the first grade. Why do you have to talk about fighting constantly? What, are you scared of something? It's weird. Are people that talk about, that's weird. And another thing, I don't talk about cars all the time. Now I do like to talk about some kind of cars. I kind of like it when, you know what I find very attractive is a woman that knows how to change a tire or to change their oil or their spark plugs or something like that, knows how to maintain a vehicle. I think that's really. It is. What else do guys talk about on their channel that I'm not into? Let's see, politics, sports, I'm not into. Talking about cars like constantly, like I can go, my car's faster than your car. I mean, come on. I like talking about maybe about people learning about basic car maintenance and things like that. I think that's constructive and stuff like that. And I guess I kind of do like older cars, like I could talk about cars like the old, like muscle cars and stuff like that. Look pretty cool. Those kind of cars, like a '67 Dodge Charger or something like that. Um, but I don't. But I guess if I was going to talk about what guys talk about a lot, I would probably talk about cars more than the sports or the fighting or the politics. I'm like, come on. And or they have these channels with men on it that for whatever reason, check this out. This is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. They have these channels with men. They get on these panels and they talk about how bad women are, and they talk about women, like talk garbage about women. And women are too picky with guys and all kinds of stuff, and they can't get a date, and they even talk about not liking women. And I'm like, dude, I can't identify with that. I just can't. I've never really had a problem. Like, you know what I mean? I've never had that issue without being able to get a date or have a girlfriend or get laid, or these types of problems that these guys that are in their 20s and 30s talking about. I'm like, dude, you're in your 20s and 30s. What are you serious? You don't know how to talk to a woman. You don't know how to get a date. You don't know how to court a woman. You don't know how to get a laid. You don't know how to, like, dude, what's your problem? Did nobody ever teach you anything? You stupid or something? I'm sorry, but none of my friends have problems. I didn't have a problem picking up hot chicks. I just, my whole life. My pick of the litter. Never had a problem. I mean, I just don't get it. These guys are talking about, oh, these women only pick they want every guy to be like super rich and be the best looking guy in the world, or they won't date anyone else. That's not true. Did it ever occur to you that maybe you're just acting stupid or something, or you don't know how to make a girl laugh or something, or maybe you're a dick or something? I don't know what your problem is, dude. It's not all women. If anything, it's all men. You're supposed to be like working a bunch of jobs and getting a bunch of money together, and you're supposed to be taking care of yourself and combing your hair and, I don't know, not having a beard like fucking Abraham Lincoln and shit, and like dressing like halfway decent and stuff, and going to some kind of a venue or something where there are available single women. I mean, if you're in your 20s and your 30s and you can't get laid and you're a dude, you got issues, dude. The only people that have an excuse are maybe people that are completely disabled or something like that. If you're not, you got problems, and I can't help you. I'm not going to teach you. I'm in competition with you. What do you think I'm going to teach you? The fuck? Like, look at some dude who's like 35 years old, man, and he has like, he's big and fat, and he has a beard, and I'm like, he dresses in his pajamas and stuff, and he's talking about how women don't like him. Of course, you look like a slob, dude. Fucking get it together, Jack. I'm sorry, but it's so stupid. Excuse me. People walking around in the grocery store in their fucking sweatpants and stuff, and just, what is it with America? Is everybody has turned into a slob or something? Come on, man. Dudes, get it together. I will. Don't worry about it. Martina, don't worry about this. I'll get that fixed. I might wait until I get to Missouri. Tiffany Smith says, no one No one knows how to treat a real woman like me right now. Well, there are a lot of men that do not know how to treat a woman. They don't know how to open. I'm not talking about just opening up the door for a woman. I'm talking about how to not curse in front of a woman, how to not, um, I don't know. It just kind of comes naturally for me, like in real life. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about in real life. It's just easy for me to talk to women and flirt and do all that stuff. It's just like in real life. This is weird. For me, this is weird a little bit. Like, I'm not here to do that. I just, or to court a woman, ask a woman out on a date, get to know a woman, you know, get to see if you can get along with each other, if you have something in common, you know, if you have the same interests and things like that. If you just kind of vibe with each other, you know, there's a courting process and stuff. And I don't think it's been taught to probably most of the millennials in most of the country. Probably some places in the United States this is still normal, but definitely not in Los Angeles, that's for sure. Are you going to, are you going, are you going to Missouri? I'm going to do too. I'm going, I am going to Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas. We're just about, I'm within, I'm within a couple of weeks or 3 weeks of deciding which one's best for me. I'm leaning towards Kansas City, Missouri, but I don't know. Both are fine. A woman worth her weight knows how to can identify a decent guy, a good man. There's a definition of a good man. You should look it up. You should Google it. They play with their cars all day. No, I'm not going to teach a man how to talk to women. I'm not going to. I mean, it's, you know, if you're trying to say, for example, if you're like going to these dating sites or something like that, I'm not. I don't do stuff like I. That's not something I got into. Every girlfriend I've ever had, I've met in real life. You know, meet them at the oddest places. I mean, there. I mean, when I remember when the internet first came out, I remember when this like like when people used to live stream from like 2009 or 10 or something like that, when people were live streaming from, it was different. I guess. You lose money chasing women. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to lose money chasing women. Me too, Jeremy Wilhelm. Oh, now we got these people trying to hook up with each other in my chat. Isn't that lovely? My husband said, Cloudy Sunflower Field said, my husband said you look like a famous actor. Probably Kurt Russell, right? AOL live chats was the bomba. It can be less stressful to be single. I'm glad that everybody's getting along in my chat. That's wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys are making friends. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm Randall, and this is at Hollywoodland22. Please subscribe. I have a goal. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by, check this out, 10,000 subscribers by September 1st of 2026. Yes. All I need you folks to do, you beautiful folks, and you are beautiful, is to type in at Hollywoodland21 and hit the subscribe button. At Hollywoodland21. Subscribe. It's free to subscribe to my channel because I don't charge anybody money to subscribe to at Hollywoodland21. I don't need your money. I will greenlight this channel to be monetized when I get between 5,000 and 8,000 subscribers, which is not too long from now. And we're going to have a blast. I want everybody to be safe out there. It's a wacky world we live in, isn't it? All kinds of things going on. Well, if you live on the East Coast or the West Coast, or if you live down in the South where there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of crazy things going on. Some of you people live in wonderful places where you just don't have those problems. And I'm a little bit jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. Can somebody tell me the duck story? I think it was something about a duck walking to the lemonade stand. And he asked the man that was running the stand, "Hey, you got any grapes?" You need to check into the hood. You know what? Parts of Arizona are inexpensive, aren't they? Like Tucson is like cheap as cheap. Tucson's cheap, isn't it? I like up there in I kind of like northern Arizona, like Prescott and Sedona. Phoenix is, damn, that place is hot, isn't it? You get skin cancer there. Maricopa's cheaper, yeah, down there. Wow, we only have 45 people in here. What's going on? Did something happen? We need more people in here. You need to tell all your friends all about at Hollywoodland21. That's at Hollywoodland21. Please subscribe. It's free to subscribe. I do not make any money here. This is a non-monetized channel. YouTube doesn't pay me anything to be here. I'm here just for your viewing pleasure. Yes, I am. You want to make fun of me? Go ahead and make fun of me. Go ahead. Make fun of me. If you want. Just no anti-Semitic remarks, no racial bigotry in my chat, no talking bad about women or children, and no character assassination. Other than that, you can say whatever you want on my channel. I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. I heard that before somewhere. I got to get away. I just discovered, give or take, depending on traffic on our interstate highway system, it takes between 24 and 28 hours to drive from Charlotte, North Carolina to Kansas City, Missouri. I wonder if I can continuously drive for 24 hours. It depends on traffic, you know. Might take a little bit longer. I wonder if I could do that. I don't think so. I'd have to break it down to 2 days. What do you think? Oh, you're reading my comments. You guys can talk with each other. I'd love for you guys to talk with each other. Because it's just plain wrong to defame someone's character. It's wrong. 2 days to drive from Charlotte, North Carolina to Kansas City, Missouri. Is an extra 30 minutes to get to Kansas City, Kansas if I decide to go to that one. Looks like it's going to be Kansas City, Missouri, or maybe in the northern part of the city near the airport. Little suburb called Gladstone or North Kansas City, like somewhere around there. It's a little bit more, little bit less developed up there. We're just looking around. It's hard to find a 6-month lease. I might have to lease. I might have to lease for a year. Make fun of me some more. At Wolf Chef. Come on. I want you. That's not good enough. You need to make fun of me more. Bring it on. Say some really horrible things about me. Go ahead. Defame my character. What are you doing, Miss Newman? Sneaking around there. What ashes in your mouth? Is there a woman in the area promising you money? What do you mean? In what area? I don't know of any woman that's promising me any money. Make fun of me. Come on. At Hollywoodland21. That's the channel. At Hollywoodland21. Please subscribe. Let's get me to 10,000 subscribers by September of 2026. Do you guys think I'm an aggressive person? I really don't think I am. I'm just your typical dude from 1989, right? Hi, I'm Miss Newman. I'm encouraging people to make fun of me.
Oh, goodness.
This channel is going to have over 100,000 subscribers. Yes, it is. Want to make a bet? How much? No. The thing is, I'm looking for six month leases or something like that in Kansas City area. I'm just not finding a lot. Like 2, and not in areas I'd want to live anyway. I don't know. It's hard. They want a lease for a year. No. It's actually the homes in the area are affordable. I mean, compared to California or something like that, it's very affordable there. I'm like ecstatic about it. I can hardly wait to get out of here. I mean, I got to finish the lease agreement. You know what I mean? Or pay in 2 different places. I pay here for finish out this if I want to leave early, and then pay for the starting for an apartment there, and then I'm not gonna tell you the details stuff, but I got a certain amount of months I have to pay off here to keep my credit good. You understand? It's easy to do things the illegal and wrong way. It's harder to do things the correct way, which is to pay off your lease where you are, even if you're not staying here, and when you're going somewhere else. You understand? It's not in order to move, unless I'm not renting month to month. I got a year lease here. I don't have a year left. I'm just saying that when you're renting from a complex like this or something like that, you need to pay them even if you're not staying here. If you're just if you have too much of an itch to go somewhere else. And I got that itch to go somewhere else. I want to get the fuck out of here. Hardly wait to go someplace. The South is not for me. Okay. It's the only time I'm going to say it. Oh, your family is up there and they live there. No, I'm not getting. You're going away. Goodbye. You're not going to slander me. Dutch Casher said, hi. Welcome back. DeCoola, here we go. Kansas City, laugh out loud. Really? I lived in Los Angeles for 31 years. I paid my bills and paid my child support payments. How about that? Why did you give me an attaboy? Come on. I'm just fucking with you. I'm supposed to pay my child support payments, and I did. South is the land of humidity. It's not for everyone. That's correct. And I don't like humidity. I don't want to have an air conditioner break on me because it's so humid. I like a change of scenery too. And I like 4 seasons. I'm just trying to make sure that we're not talking about that one subject. Remember Iran? I don't want to talk about Iran, and I'm not going to. A lot of people, when I first started my stream tonight, they wanted to talk about Iran, and we're like, what the fuck? Dude, go watch television, dude. Yeah, I would like to see him free. I think it wasn't going to catch that. No, I never worked in the pharmaceutical industry. Why would you say that? Why do I look like I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry? I don't know. Do I? You said it. You tell me. Do I? Have you ever met somebody that tries to act tough, but they're really just rough? They're rough around the edges, but they try to act. They think they're acting tough. It's funny. Those people are so funny. You don't fool me. Wow, it's getting a little bit late. Wow, it's 8:48 Eastern Standard Time. I shall be back in 2 minutes. Don't touch that dial. Who's making all that noise up there? Who's making all that noise in there? What are you doing, Star Maker?
No.
Are you singing again?
No, I'm singing without Star Maker.
You're singing without Star Maker. Isn't that lovely? Somebody thought they were going to say something that was racially bigoted in my channel and get away with it, but you didn't. And you thought you were going to say something about, I don't know, somebody was in my channel and they were going to say something about, I don't know, just some stupid stuff. Some kind of character assassination stuff. And you didn't get away with it, did you? Because I have excellent moderators. Daniel Holman, Jerry, and at Dakula1. They are some of the best moderators in the entire world. They really are. And another thing was that, you know, before I go, I have to tell you about a couple channels that I recommend to watch. Let's see. One channel, well, these channels have been around for a while. All of these channels I have been watching for at least 1 year. Let's see, 3 channels that I recommend. Let's see what people are talking about. None of that stuff. I don't drink milk or nut milk or soy milk. I just drink water and diet soda. Okay, the channels other than my channel. These are maybe different platforms, but I'm going to take you over to YouTube. And on YouTube, I would recommend that you watch McHenry Cruiser. McHenry Cruiser. Watch him. On YouTube, I would also recommend that you watch Billy John. He runs the Billy Vard in Hollywood. Billy John. That's on YouTube. On TikTok, I would recommend that everybody watches Miss Fucking Wonderful. She's a seasoned professional. You should watch her. And some other channels I would recommend that you watch. Two more. Wawa Baby. Now she's very unique. That's all in capitals. WAWABABY. Wawa Baby on TikTok. You'll enjoy her channel. She's a musician and she writes her own music and she's promoting a couple of songs that are really, really good. And you'll like them. And if you want to watch somebody that knows how to paint, somebody that gardens, and somebody that knows what's called mask craft, and is a pretty good conversationalist and very smart person, watch Tongue Bitten. That's 2 words, Tongue Bitten. And those are the channels that I think that you will really enjoy. You'll thank me in the morning. Maybe one more channel. Let me think of one more channel. Trying to pick a good one. The Koala Store, like a koala bear, the Koala Store. She's actually really funny. You need to watch her. And those are my recommendations. I shall say no more. You have to watch those channels and enjoy. Those are some of the channels that I repost their videos because I believe that those channels are going to, with time and pressure, are going to be much bigger channels than they are right now. They're going to end up making money eventually. Any of those people that I mentioned, if they apply time and pressure, they'll be able to at least have a nice little passive income. Remember to be kind. Please rewind. That's right. Those 3 channels. The Koala Store. Wawa Baby, all in capitals, and Tongue Bitten. Those are the channels you need to watch. And Miss Fucking Wonderful and McHenry Cruiser. Well, it's been real fun. At Hollywoodland22, please subscribe. Let's get me to 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to have a lot of fun, especially after we get up to 10,000 subscribers. Probably by 5,000, we're going to have a lot of people in here. This channel is going to get big. It's going to get very large, and it's going to get so fast that I'm not even going to be able to read the chat. That's how fast it's going to go. I'm going to try my best. I'm not going to get LASIK on my eyes. I don't want to mess with my eyes. I am going to get this hair fixed at some point. I do not know what I'm going to do. I do not like the color of it. I think it's too dark. I don't know. I need to get it cut a little bit. I'm not getting it cut real short. I'm just getting it cut a little bit just better. And things like that. I do have to go to bed at a certain time. I guess, I don't know. I can wake up a little bit. No, like 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I need at least 6 hours of sleep. I wouldn't even stay up past 1. I wouldn't even do it. But I love you guys. I'm really glad that you guys come into my non-monetized channel. We're just doing this for fun right now until I monetize it at maybe about, I don't know, maybe 5,000 or 8,000 subscribers. I'm having a lot of fun here talking to you guys and ladies and gentlemen at Hollywoodland21. Please subscribe and tell all your friends. This is not really my channel. I'm the host of the channel, and I moderate it with my moderators to keep the chat flowing so we can have a lot of fun and have some discourse here. But it's really your channel. It's your channel for you guys to talk to each other, to figure out how to be productive and how to get things fixed. Or just chit chat and make each other laugh. Because you know what? We don't live forever, really. It's a good thing to try to take life seriously, but don't take yourself so seriously, and learn how to laugh with others. Life is short and fragile. It really is. And I know, because I almost lost my life at the age of 43. But I'm still here because Jesus Christ allowed me to live. And I just want to let everyone know that I really appreciate you coming in to watch my channel. And the channels that I do watch, I really do appreciate you guys cheering me up. A lot of you YouTubers that are live streamers, and a lot of you TikTok live streamers, the ones that I do watch your channels on a regular basis, it really does cheer me up a lot. It puts a smile on my face. That's why I have such a small circle. I love you guys. At Hollywoodland21, please subscribe. And I want everyone to have a wonderful Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday while I'm gone. I will be back on Thursday. At Hollywoodland21, I live stream Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever. This time was 2 hours and 23 minutes almost. It's a long time. Oh, I'm sorry. I should button this up. How could I? Stay safe out there. Thanks for cheering me up. Bye-bye for now.